Hey guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Making Crafts. So today I'm going to be using the rest of my little bits and pieces left over from the Artie Mays digitals that I purchased. I've been using those every Thursday, which last week I got off schedule, so I think it was more on Friday or Saturday. But each week I've been creating something with them, and we've created quite a bit of ephemera for our journals. So I'm using the butterfly toppers. And that comes with some toppers and butterflies, and it also comes with these. So what I did was, these are actually larger. I just printed it's 4 per page, and so I printed 2 pages per 1 sheet of paper, so it made them smaller. And then I've got, let's see, this is the vintage floral toppers, and we've used most of them up, and so I'll show you what we've made over the last month using these items. And today we're going to be making a new project. And so then I also have some of these fussy cuts that I've cut out. And this is from the botanical fillers. And like I said last week, I'm not sure that these were really intended for fussy cuts, but that's what I did with the sheet. So I'm going to set this aside for now because this is what we're going to use to decorate. And I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice coming and going. I do have a bit of a head cold, and so my voice keeps going in and out. I want to go and show you one of the things we made last week because I've got it laying here. So last week we created these fun little paper clip banners using the digitals that I just mentioned. So I want to show you those because those turned out really cute. And at the end I'll try to pull everything that we've made so far. So today this was inspired by Roxy's weekly challenge. And I'll have to put in the description which challenge it was, but we're using up scrap papers to make clusters. So I thought we'd make some clusters together and then we would decorate them. And this is inspired because I don't know that I will follow exactly how she did her clusters. So what I'm going to do is just get started, and I have lots of bits and pieces of scraps. I went through my scrap bin and I'm pulling these out, and as you know, in all my videos I've been trying to use up my scraps, and so I've really been for all the projects using from some scrap bin. So this is just I have a scrap bin for digital papers and let's just tear that, and for like book pages and things like that. But then I have like you've seen in the other weeks, I have a scrap bin for the my cardstock. So in all the other weeks that we've been crafting together, I've been crafting with my cardstock scraps. So this week we're going to be crafting with my digitals and book page scraps. Now if you are new to journal making and you don't have any scraps yet, then just print out some digitals or pull out some book pages and just start tearing them and create yourself some of these. You don't have to use scraps, but it is nice. This is a nice project to use up some of your scraps. So this one I'm just going to layer these up. So the first ones I make will be similar to Roxy's weekly challenge done by Rachel. But then I have some more ideas for some that might be a bit different. And I have all kinds of papers that I've painted, papers that I've added spots to, just different papers. And then I also have digitals here. That's the digital there. I think this is the actual Artie Mays digital as well from another project that I created. Now I have made some of these, and so what I like to do, I'm looking around for my sponge. I've got my sponge, but I'm looking for changing it out with my brown one. I liked something like this, the white. I like to ink the edges so that it stands out a little bit. So let's just do that. And then just ink around. And I know that the font's upside down there, but that's okay. This is just, fun way to make a mixture of pieces to create a cluster. Now, I feel like I need something in that back corner there, so let me just dig through here and see what I have. Maybe oops, that's a flower that I mixed in with my scraps. And this might be nice in that back corner, just a little bit more book page showing. So I think that's good. And so I'm just making almost like a little square rectangle shape right here. So I'm just going to glue that together. And so I'm just going to keep those like that. It's hard to remember, how you had it, so I try to just lay everything aside together like that so that I do know. So I think this one's easier, though. It's not a lot of layers on this one. Some of them I have lots of layers. Now you want to just add glue where it's going to be attached, and I think I did the opposite side. So I'll add something behind there since we don't want all that glue sticking out. I'm just warming up. It's been a few days since I've done any crafting, so what do we want to cover that with? Let's just take a bit of this book page and we'll just kind of stick it out there so that there's more sticking out, and we, you know, fix that where I added that glue. Now I am thinking about stitching down some of these, adding some stitches to them, and I'll think about that later, and we'll see at the end if I do that. So you could go through and ink all the edges on these. I'm not going to do that right now. So that's just one. And let's just make a bunch up, and then we will, like I said, decorate them. So I have here just some book page that I've inked and added splatter to, and I apparently was going to use it for something, and I didn't. So we're just going to tear that down. And let's make that, okay, let's do this one, what one of my other ideas was. So this one is just a long strip. I think we're going to have to cut it down just a little bit, trying to make sure it's not too tall. So it can actually be for just a long one to go on the side of a journal page. So let's just start with that as part of our base. I'm just looking for different things. And you know, you can go just all neutral. I think that's what that's what Rachel did from Roxy's Creation. But I have been trying some of these this week, and I'm liking them with some color. So this has some blue splatters. So let's add some blue paper to it as well, maybe right in here. And I might want to ink this paper up just a little bit. That's the thing. You don't have to ink, but I think it really adds to it sometimes. Oops, that one needs to be torn, don't it? Let's just tear that a little bit. So you can tear with your tearing ruler, or you can tear by hand. There's no rules. That's what I like about crafting. I know I say that all the time, but that's what I like about crafting, is there's absolutely no rules. And let's see here. Maybe we add a little bit of this book page here. Just a little strip of it. Maybe down in here. These you just do what you want to do, what you like. And so let's see, I'm trying to see, here's some pieces that's already been torn up. That one might be good there. So this is a quite wider strip, so you actually could make this one a tuck on your page, and I'll show you on the book page later when we decorate them how we can do. So I kind of like that. Do we need anything up here, or do we leave it like that? Because we are going to add some decoration to them. I would like to add some lace and things. So this one has blue. What if we added just like a little piece of lace in there? I think that would be cute or look good. So we'll just add that little piece of lace. And I've got other bits and pieces over here. So this is just like a piece of a doily. So I have another scrap bin, and that scrap bin, I'll save that for something else. That scrap bin is for lace, fabric, different things like that. And so that's what I've pulled out too, is some of those scraps to see if we can use them. So I keep all kinds of scrap bins around just so I can use these things up. I don't want to waste. And I think the scrappy stuff really adds to some of your ephemera and to your journals and things, to add some of that. What did this look like? This is a piece of muslin, and it's actually the, and I knew it till I went to tell you, but you know, it's the end piece there. I'll show you where it has that, which you normally cut off and get rid of, but I like that look, so I'm going to keep it. So let's see, what if we do like this, and then like this, and then our little maybe lace piece sticking a little bit further under. Kind of like it like that. So let's glue all that down, and I'm going to bring out my Fabri-Tac for this one since we do have the fabric. I might move this piece down a little bit more once I get to glue and everything. So I'm just going to add a little, oops, that really came out. It came out really good. Just going to add a little bit of glue, but a bunch came out. So then I'm just going to add some glue down through here. I think it's warmer today in here, and so my glue is not as hard to come out. Having as much trouble coming out. Okay, and then we'll add some glue to this one. Just to the side here that's going to be glued down. You know, we're going to have some sticking over, so we don't want to add glue to it. There we go, kind of like this. And then we have this piece. Do we want to, oops, I think I want to do it like this. And I want to ink that there. I'm thinking like that. And I'm adding a lot of glue, pretty much a lot of, excuse me, I'm adding a lot of glue. I can't get those words out. But I guess when it dries, if I decide to sew, I will still come back and sew. But for now, I'm just going to glue it down as though I'm not sewing it, because I'm, not sure yet that I want to sew every one of them. So I like the looks of that one. That one's going to be fun to decorate. So let's just lay all of these aside. Okay, here it is. I'm trying to find where I put the last one. I kind of let the papers just sort of speak to me as to what I want to do with them. And so I just pick one up and then I decide from there. And I'm thinking this one's going to be one of those square ones. Let's just see, what all do we have down in here? Let's see if we have different things. We have some of this darker book page. That's what I like to do, is just go through and find, your different color book pages, so that it kind of, when you lay it together, it still stands out. It doesn't, everything blend together. And we could add some of this digital. The digital, where I tear the pages, I am kind of just inking, lightly inking. Let's see, maybe right in here. And just looking around. I even have this digital here that I thought might be fun to add to some. Don't remember where all of these came from, the names of the kits, so because it is just scraps that's in my scrap bin. Some of them I may recognize, but not all of them will I recognize. So let's see here. So then we have this one like that. So I'm thinking more like this. Well, I'm not sure that I like how that's going. Let's see. Maybe take that one out. This one I think needs more torn edges. Just have to play around till you get it exactly how you like it. So that one, maybe like that. And then we might could take and stick that right in there. And then we'll have to use these later. We'll have to figure out what we're going to use them on. And, we can use them to decorate pockets, or we can just use them as clusters on our pages. There's a lot of little things that you can do with these. Still not liking that totally, so let's see. Does it need maybe this going across the center? Would that help some? I don't know. Maybe it's this page, this digital I'm not liking on it. You might have to just see here. Maybe I don't like that solid line going across either, where they're lined up. I like that better. So let's glue it down like that. So we don't want those two lined up evenly. So let's just add this. And I'll probably just do a couple more, because I've got some made ahead too that we can decorate. But I'm going to sit down and make a bunch of these up. And then I'm not going to decorate all of them, because some of them I have different journals I'm working on. And so I like to keep my journals either in little, like I have some zipper type plastic bags that I can store my journal pieces in and my pages in. And then I have some just file folders that I keep them in. So I'm just going to make up some of these and stick them down in the folders or the bags of the journals that I'm working on, so that I can use some of the ephemera from, or the the fussy cuts or anything from that kit to decorate it. So let's see. Maybe this goes here. No. Maybe tear this down just a little bit. And then we could add, let's add some, trying to decide. I might add some fabric there. Maybe like this. So just add a little bit of glue down the side here. And we'll add the fabric. Because I think that would look good hanging off the side of a page. So I do want this to be more lined up there. And there. I don't like the fabric sticking out. And I'm not really liking this sticking out, so I'm just going to tear it like that. So these come together fairly quickly. If I'm not very indecisive. Some days I'm very indecisive and can't make a decision what I want to do. Let's make another strip like that. I really like making those. Let's see here. Just digging around to see what I have. I have this book page. I've already torn into those flowers, so it's okay to use the back side. And this is just another music page that I splattered up. There we go. And I think that it needs inking because it is a bit white. Just to add a little bit of contrast when you glue it onto this page. So we might put it there, we'll see. And then we have some, there's quite a pile over here, let's see. I was thinking I had some darker book pages. Just looking. That's a little bit darker music piece, but we can just use the white if we want to. Or we can turn it around. No, I'm going to use the white. And then, let's see here, I've got so much in here. I'm just looking for different color pages to add to it. Actually, this, instead of the white, this might actually be better. And the, oh, not white, but yeah, the plain. And then, got some of this we could add to it. This is just old tea dyed paper that, or coffee dyed, I don't even know which one, that I had scraps of, and so I just save them and then I use them for something like this. Do we want to add in some fabric that has design to it? This has just a little bit of design, but it's still a neutral fabric. Let's just see if we added that as a tab here on it. I do like that, so I'm just going to add that, and then do we want any lace or anything? Maybe some of this canvas here. What would that look like if we layered that up together? Kind of like this. Just using up these pieces of scraps. Just another way to get rid of them without trashing them. I think I'll do that. And then when we decorate it up, I think it'll be very pretty. So let me add my pieces here. And then after, let's go ahead and start decorating some. I'll pull out some that I've made and we will decorate them. Now I don't even remember where I had this, but that's okay. I'll just eyeball where it was going. And then we're going to have these strips here, so let's glue those together. And it's a pretty day outside, so I have my dogs, my girls, outside playing today. But I can hear one of them's barking. They're in a play yard, so they're kept safe and away from other animals. But one of them's barking. I think she's ready to come in. So once I finish this up, I'll have to go out there and get her. They beg to go out, and then they beg to come in. It's all day long. So I think that's pretty normal for a dog, though. It's like they do not know if they want to be outside or inside. So I don't know. They'll want to come in for a little bit, and the next thing I know, they'll be barking and wanting to go out again and play. They just can't make up their minds. So I thought I would finish this up, though, before I let them come in, because they might lay down and take a nap, or they may be very noisy and want my attention. So I figure I'll try to finish these up before I go get them. So we have those. And since I do have to go somewhere today, I'm not going to make a bunch more. I will probably sit here, though, and work on them later. I laid some of these out, and I've gone ahead and laid out some how I want to decorate them up. So I've made quite a few here. And so I thought some of these would look good together, you know, kind of like this, adding these pieces. So we're going to do that, and then we'll decorate up the ones we just made as well. So let's just see what we have and start decorating. So they're very simple. One thing I was thinking, like for this one, it's very simple just to add these cards onto them, and I think that's good enough decoration. Or you could, like we've been doing, add the cards and the butterflies together. And so it's just another way to use these floral toppers and butterfly toppers. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but I don't think I have. I know I've mentioned in other videos. These I purchased through Artie Mays' Ko-Fi, so I will link that below. And like I've said before, I purchased these myself. I've just enjoyed using them, and I thought it would be fun to just do a series of each week. I was doing them as lives, but then I got this cold, and so it's been a little harder to do lives with the cold. So I thought it would just be fun to, you know, kind of show you all month, once a week, on how we can decorate, how we can use these to decorate different ephemera and things. There's so many other ways we could use these, but I'm figuring you're probably getting tired of me showing you just these every week. So this will probably be the last week of these for now. Now you'll probably see them again because I am going to be creating a journal coming up, and just trying to find if there's a flower or something I want to add there. And for that journal, you know, you'll see it because I'll be using these pieces that we've been creating together, and I may create some more pieces using these to go in journals. But what I think is, you don't have, this doesn't have to go to a, like, because these toppers are just their own toppers, they don't belong to a certain kit. You could use these in a lot of journals, especially the summer journals, because you can use these with, you know, a floral journal, a butterfly journal, summary journals, any of those. You could really use these, and look how fast you can decorate them up. So that was from the botanical fillers, and so I just trimmed all those out. I only printed a couple of pages. There's a lot of pages. That's from the butterfly toppers, and then that's the vintage floral. And this came in the butterfly toppers, and I thought that they are so pretty, and I think they would go with an upcoming journal that I am working on, and it's got some blues and purples in it. So I thought I would go ahead and make one for that. And then I'll show you here, earlier this week I made some that are more long and skinny. I thought they'd go on the edge of a page. And so here's one I haven't decorated yet. And so this is from the Botanicals. I decorated it with that one. And that's the Botanicals and the butterfly. And let's do that one. Let's do another one with the Botanicals. Maybe, since it's tall and skinny, this is a tall botanical here. It'll cover up the word vintage that I added there. But I'm thinking that I like that there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac since it's on top of a doily, and that was just a scrap doily laying in my scrap bin. So I just using scraps for all of these, and I love to challenge myself to use up my scraps. Sometimes that's more fun than just starting with new stuff. It's to take your scraps and just see what can you do with them. What can you create just using your scraps. Now, when I first got started, I didn't have scraps, so I watched videos of others using their scraps, and I thought it was really cool, but I didn't have any scraps. So, like I said before, if you don't have any scraps, just print out your own digitals or get book pages or magazine pages and start creating. Don't let it hinder you. Like, don't sit back and say, well, I'll start a journal when I get this or that. You know, like if I need to, like for myself, I said, I need to wait till I tea stain some paper before I can start a journal. That wasn't necessary, because I realized that just get started, because you don't have to have tea stain paper in every journal. And here's a little flower here. Just get started. Just start playing, and as you go along, you will accumulate more things. You will, there will be more that comes along, and you'll have, just start with what you have, like I said, because none of us started out crafting with all the stuff that we have in our craft rooms now. So don't think that you can't get started with just a few things, because you can. Junk journals is really easy to start with just a few things. I'm just trying to see how I want to decorate this one up. Kind of like these things, but I'm not sure that I like this on here. What if we added these down here, and this kind of went up there? That might be pretty, but I think I'm going to cut right there at that knot so that it don't come unraveled, but I'm going to cut all these off. I don't like these little bits here. Kind of be like a sun at the top. So if you think about it that way, because our flowers and the butterfly and the sun, kind of whole scene. I don't know, I think of these things sometimes when I'm crafting. So I like that. And then we just put that there, like that. So I need Fabri-Tac to glue down my doily. And like I said, there's another piece of scrap. But so let me know in the comments below, have you been creating any of the projects that I've been showing you over the past several weeks? And if you have, look in my description, and there is my Instagram account at Making Craft Studio, and then there is also my Facebook. And if you tag me in, I know if you tag me on Instagram, I'll easily see it. Facebook, I'm not as good at, so if you tag me though, I'll try to hopefully find it. But yeah, if you tag me on Instagram, I should see where you tag me, and I would love to see what you have been creating. I know some of you said last week that you were going to create those paperclip banners, so I would love to see those, and I'd love to see if I've inspired anybody to create anything. Hopefully I have. That's the purpose for making these videos, is just to inspire you to create and to share, you know, different ideas that I have. I don't think there's anything new. We all kind of use the same, kind of do the same things, but maybe somewhere along the way I'll inspire you to craft, even if I just inspire you to craft and not create the same thing. So I love watching craft videos myself. It helps inspire me to just get up and try it. So that is that one. I do like that. I am going to go back, pretty sure, and ink around the edges, and then I may add a few stitches. We'll see about that. Let's see. Oh, here they are. I was trying to find the ones we hadn't decorated yet. So we've got a few more. Here's one of those longer ones that we had. What do we want to put on it? Let's see. Just going to go over here in my decorations. I'm not going to pull them all over because it's so much over here. I don't think those would, I don't think that's going to work. Now we could kind of have, maybe, let me get my scissors. I'm going to try something with this one. We could make like a little stamp out of this one too, and look like we got little stamps going up and down the piece. I don't know. Remember, these are just scraps, so if we mess it up, we can always make another one. It's just paper, just scraps, nothing special. So just play and see what you can do. That might be cute to do something like that. Or what if we did this one this direction? That might be neat. And I do have butterflies and I do have plants. I don't know if putting plants would help any. Just testing it, just trying to see. I don't know. Don't really like that. It might have been okay, but it feels like it does need something in between there. We might could put a word there, like, do I want that straight up down? I normally don't do things straight, but today they're looking, I don't know, I kind of like to do everything a little crooked. Well, crooked on my crafting. So let's see, what if we added, maybe we look through our Tim Holtz words and we add something there. I don't know, I'm not really sure now what I want to do. Let's see. If we did like, I like that. Choose to see the good. We'll just stick that down right there. And then we'll put that sideways and that there. And I like that. I think that'll be cute. Do we want to add, we already have fabric, okay. So I don't think we need to add anything else. Let's just add this down and go with it. And I think this could go in any journal with the florals, because most of my journals are going to have florals or butterflies, because somehow, like I said, butterflies always make their way in, and flowers normally do, or plants, because you know at Christmas you have plants in it, but then flowers make it in too. So, oh, I should have inked around that one, but that's okay. It's already down. We're not going to worry about it. No big deal. I don't know if we could. Nope, we're going to leave it. We're not going to mess it up because I like it. See how quick these come together. I'm really surprised how fast they do come together. This one already has a butterfly, so I think it's going to need a plant on it. And I'm just about to run out of plants, so I may hold that one aside for something else. I don't know. Let's hold this one aside. I'm going to look around over here to see what flowers I have that I could add. But then we have this one. Let's see. Here's a little one. Maybe we try doing something with this one. Now, we could turn it this way, or this way. I think I'm going to turn it this way. Let's see. We could just add, I'm trying to see, I had some of the smaller ones of these cards, but I think this one's too big. We have this one here. That's filling it up, but I kind of like that. And I think that the blues in it bring out the blues in that paper. So I do like that. I'm just going to add that one there. These little digitals make it so easy to decorate and create something for your journals. And they're a lot of fun when it's easy like this and not a lot of thinking. So I like that. I'm just going to keep that one very simple. Now I'm just looking around to see what all I have left. I have this postcard left, and we have this larger one, but I don't want to take the whole postcard. I'm thinking, first let's tear it. I'm thinking though I want to cut around this. So let me do that really fast. I'm just going to cut around the flowers here. And I'm not going to cut close. I'm just going to kind of loosely cut around them. Nothing hard, nothing much. Just loosely cut around these and then add them. Because remember, this is a cluster with scraps, so it doesn't have to be a perfect anything on it. I think it'll look better if it is looser. In the background, with it being you can see all the different design in the background. There's fonts, or it looks like font, and then different designs and things. I think that adds to it too, so that it blends in with these scrappy things that we are doing. So let me cut down here. That may be a bit too loosely at the bottom, but we'll see. Let me see. I think I want to come in and cut up and around that leaf, and then come back around here. And let's just see what that looks like on there. Kind of blends in with all the background, but I like that. And then once again, we just add a little butterfly and we'll have it all together. Let's see, what butterflies? I'm about to run out of butterflies too. I've used most of them up. I'm trying to decide if I like that or not. I think that if I use that, I'm going to have to do something. Trying to decide. After I cut that out, I'm kind of changing my mind. I know. What? Changing my mind after all that cutting out, but let's just see here. What if we just put some greenery and a butterfly? I don't know. I don't know with that one. Maybe we set that one aside till I can really decide. Okay, here's a piece of scrap of just flowers. And then, I don't have any more of my large butterflies. Oh, here's some more pieces of these things. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Sometimes you just have to set it aside and then come back to it later after you have thought about it and figured it out. So this one, I think I want to use, just trying to decide. We can cover up that butterfly if we don't want it to be there. I love this one with the roses. What if we did that? Maybe turn it, I think this way. I think that's pretty. And then let's see, let's look around. I'm looking around for maybe some lace. I've got this whole bag here. I don't know if I have any. I kind of want some pink lace. Oops, sorry, I think I might have blocked the camera. Or we could put this little leftover ruffle piece there. I don't know. Kind of want to add something to it like that. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. But I would want to ink it before and you can see I've not even went back into my ink pad for these. It's just got ink left over, and that's what I'm using on it right now. I like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue down through there. We're just going to add it there. And then just add this on. I might add little plant that I've already got cut out because I'm about to use all those up. I'm really happy that I have about used all these pieces up that I've fussy cut, but now I'm going to have to print them out and fussy cut some more. But let's see, would we want just a little bit? I don't know though, since we have those roses on there, I don't know that I want to take away from those. I don't know if it would. And look at here, I saw one earlier, just a little greenery here maybe. I do like that. And then, let's see, we could also add, let me reach over here. Maybe add a little button. I think that looks pretty. The little button to it. Maybe down and over here with the plant. I do like that. I'm going to add that. It's something a little different than what we've done with the rest. We can still go back and add buttons to the rest too if we wanted to, or add other little decorations. So let me put this one on here and add it there. And I'm just going to stick this on with Fabri-Tac. I think it will hold it just fine. If it were to pop loose, I will go back and just hot glue it on and stick it on there then. There we go. Oops, it slid around. We'll have to give that time to dry. So we have that one. I'm just going to set that aside there. And then we have this one here, this tall one. Just trying to decide what would we want on it. So that's a bit too long. So that's my bag. Sorry if all that rattled. I may have to wait because I'm about out of decorations. I have this, which is pretty with that blue. Might go right in here. And then the butterfly with the blue. I don't like that. Maybe. Nope. May have to save this one for something else. And then we have this one here that we haven't decorated up. Put that there. And then I might want to add, I'm looking around, just looking around my craft space to see what all I have that I might want to add to these clusters. So I have this bit of fabric here that might look good if I just added it underneath this piece. Maybe. And I know what I want to do. I want to get my paintbrush and my water bottle. And then I'm going to just get a little bit of ink. I want to splatter this one. And I may go back and splatter a lot of them. What colors is in this? There's blues and purples. Let's just use this purple here. And let's make a little bit of purple splatter. So I'm just going to make sure that side's, make sure it's clean. Let me get a napkin here and wipe it off because I've got ink on it. You don't want to mix your inks. That had brown ink. So then I'm just going to smush here. And add a little bit of water. And I have glue all over me, but when you use that Fabri-Tac, oops, I think I got a little water on that. When you use that Fabri-Tac, you do get a lot of, I don't know if you do, but I get a lot of glue on me. Let's see if this is going to be dark enough for specks. Oh yeah, for specks, for splashes. I guess you could call them specks. I like that. I might want to come in with a little bit of blue as well. I don't know. Just adding a little bit more color to it. Okay, and then if we add this, where's our piece of fabric? Did I lose? Did I lose the piece of fabric? Or we have this little piece just of a ribbon. I think it's too rolled up. Maybe just this one. And then just adding this here, and maybe a word across the bottom. I'm thinking that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to add the muslin down. I really like using muslin in my journals, and because it's very neutral, and I love how it frays. I just really love, and it's very inexpensive, or it was when I bought this. Everything's went up quite a bit, I think. So I don't know if it's still inexpensive, but I think it's one of the more inexpensive fabrics. I know fabrics have really went up recently, so over the last few years, and so but muslin seems to be the inexpensive. So we're just going to add that there, and then I'm going to add a Tim Holtz word or wording. I'm trying to fit one. Let's see. How about see possibilities everywhere? Or see possibility everywhere. Could just put it right here like that. Let's see what that looks like. Over to one side maybe. There we go. And do we need anything else? Maybe we need a few more splatters right over the edge there. I do like these splatters on them. Oh, we got some of that. I like that though. Okay, so that looks good. All right, let's see. Is there any more that we want to add purple splatters to? I don't think so. This one could use a few purple splatters because there's some purple in those flowers. Won't add as much to this one. Just adds a little something to it. Okay. I think the rest will not look good with purple, which we already have that one that has a little bit of blue. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up now so I don't get it everywhere. So, and then I'm going to clean up my space, and I'll be right back to show you what all we've created today and what all we've created this month using these digitals. So I hope that you've been following along over the last few weeks as I've created using these digitals. And if you haven't, I will link below to all of the videos. Some of them are pre-recorded, but others are live videos, but you can watch the replay of the live. And the lives are a little bit longer, so if you need to, just fast forward through those to get to the good parts, because when I'm live, you know, I'm chatting with those in the chat. And I really had fun doing the lives. It's just that I've had this cold for the past few weeks, and I didn't want to go live in case I got to feeling bad or if I got to coughing or anything, and I didn't want to do that in the video. So I don't remember which order we did everything, so I will just have to link below to the video. So this is one where we did the flip out. This video is called, I think it's flip out pockets. So what it is because you have this, you add it to your journal page. Let me see here if I've got a piece of paper I can add it to. So say this is your journal page. You would, attach this to your journal page, and then it would be a flip out. And so these flip outs we created using cardstock and the digitals. And we did some stamping. This was the day that we made stamping collages. So now I'm not sure if it's called flip out or stamping collages, but we did make some stamping collages for this video. And then we put pockets on this, and we have a pocket there. And so this is from that same video. So you can see when I mean stamping collage, we collaged with our stamps rather than with paper. And so we've created another flip out. And then here is another one. And we have another little flip out there. We created a bunch in that video. That video, I got a little carried away. I thought that it was 45 minutes. And when I stopped the video, I realized after I stopped and got off of the video, I had been on there for an hour and 45 minutes. So, and this one's a pocket here, I forgot to show you. So that video is a little bit long. You'll probably have to fast forward through that one to see all these projects. But if you want to see them, you can watch the replay. I think this might be the first video I did. So we're just collaging onto cardstock and decorating it up. So we made a journaling card, a tag, and then another journaling card. And in the video where we did the stamping on the cardstock, this is another flip out. It's just using book pages. I showed you, that you don't have to use cardstock. You can use book pages. And then we have these I created on my own. They are just, what do you call these? Your note cards. And so one side I left the lines and I just collaged and added the decorations. The other side I left it blank and collaged over the lines. And then we have last week's, which are these paperclip banners that we created using the digitals. And I love how these turned out. I've actually created more since then for some other journals, so you'll be seeing that in those journals. And then I have these that we created today. So let's just lay all of these out that we created today. And I am very happy with all of them. So I hope that you have enjoyed seeing this series. And I may do this again with a different digital next month. We will see. I do have some journals I want to put together with you all. So hopefully we will be working on those together over the next few weeks as well. So I'll just go ahead and lay everything out so you can kind of see how much we've made just using a few digitals of just the ephemera digitals. You know, it had the toppers. But there's so many different things. And I am so thrilled with all of how the projects turn out. These digitals made it so easy to decorate up these projects. So I know I'm covering up the ones we did today, but I thought maybe you want to see all of those. And wait a minute, I forgot to pull these in that we made today. So we'll lay those on top. And there's the last one we still need to decorate. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this series, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.